I think this election is about really one issue. It's about jobs and it's about the economy. Here in Delaware, we have over 30,000 neighbors and friends who are unemployed. It's an unacceptable number, and I think we've had an inadequate response on this part of the state to putting people back to work.
Climate change is already killing 400,000 people a year and costing us $1.2 trillion a year. We know our climate is broken. Our economy is based on burning fossil fuels. The problem is that's killing the planet. Climate change is the most urgent and the most important issue confronting us.
I'm proud how we've pulled together over these last 4 years. We've shown that we really are a state of neighbors. And working together, we are reopening shuttered plants. We are putting people back to work. And once again, we are making Delaware a choice location for businesses to locate and to expand.
I would not support the legalization of gay marriage. I think it's a question of religious freedom. I am supportive of marriage between a man and a woman. I am supportive of the civil unions law that we passed. I think we're in a good place as we stand now.
What is the schedule? I don't know. It should have happened yesterday. I'm in full favor of gay marriage.
I think we'll work with the folks in the General Assembly. We'll work with some of the advocates, and I think it's certainly possible it could happen this year. I think it'll happen soon.
I think the focus has to be on small employers. There are 26,000 small employers in the state of Delaware. There's about 30,000 unemployed people looking for work. If we can roll back regulations on small employers, if we can have tax policy that is something that small employers can figure out what their taxes are going to be going forward, if they can figure out what the rules and regulations are going to be, those folks can add jobs and we can cut into that unemployment rate dramatically.
Small business is great. They're not going to provide the kinds of jobs I think that we need. They're great jobs.
When J.P. Morgan Chase adds 1,200 jobs, or when Capital One adds 500 jobs, the impact on the real estate business, the impact on restaurants, the impact on so many other small businesses is huge. So the real objective here ought to be and is to make sure that we've got a thriving business environment for small, medium, and large-sized businesses.
We need a statewide response. It is time for us to treat Wilmington like we treat all the other communities in the state of Delaware and put resources in there, including the state police, to move forward and provide a safe environment for the citizens in Wilmington.
Crime is a problem. I don't think bringing the state police in is really the answer, and I think more of what Bill Montgomery's approach would have been. But we'll see how the Mayor Williams does it.
And we've really been working to heighten the presence, the community police presence, and to target enforcement efforts on the most violent offenders. So specifically, our Operation Pressure Point has had state troopers work with Wilmington Police Department, police officers in various parts of the city on patrol and the like. And I can tell you, when I visited East 24th Street or 10th and Pine, where a young man was shot a couple months ago, those folks were appreciative of having the troopers out.
The race to the top money, I'm concerned about that general approach because of the $25 million we got each year from the federal government to apply to race to the top, 13.8 million of that stuck in Dover. It didn't get into the classroom. It didn't, I don't think it was effectively applied.
First of all, we are making great strides. Last year, the school year ended June, 10,000 more students proficient in reading than compared to the previous year, 9,000 more kids proficient in math. And Mr. Craig, complaining about Race to the Top and the results from last year. Last year was the first full year of implementation of Race to the Top, so we're already seeing a significant impact in 1 year.
I'm also a product of Delaware schools, my son is, and I think they're hugely underrated. They're great, and I think that's because the teachers have been able to maintain their good practices and good principles. They know what they're doing. And
the state government workers in Delaware continue to do more with less. And that's a combination of two things. During these time of economic challenge, the demand for services has increased as the revenues available have grown. And we have had to reduce the headcount in state government. We've not done it through layoffs, but we've done it through attrition.
Here in Delaware, state employees are essentially forced to pay off union bosses simply for the right to work. All while those labor union bosses take that money and funnel it to the Democratic Party, my opponent. I think compulsory labor laws are immoral and should be illegal. If a municipal employee wants to not be a member of the union, they should have that choice.
I'm pro-union. I think you're confounding a couple issues there with funneling money to the Democrats. Yeah, corruption is bad, all right? By the way, 8% of full-time state employees qualify for public assistance, but I don't know if that's because they're paying union dues.